All right, everybody, welcome back. Nee&FeeBrotherhood,
That's it.
season who knows,
Season question mark.
episode unknown.
Question mark episode.
It was down here. Okay. Um, so we're doing something different today. We're recording in Sense Around, I believe it is.
Sense it around. Sense of me.
Sense Around, like the movie Midway back in the
Oh my God, I remember that.
in the
Yes.
70s. Yeah,
Absolutely.
that's what we're doing today. So you'll be able to hear the planes coming down, bombing us.
Thank you. Big
Yeah.
thanks to the producer today is Gio, a military man.
Yes.
Thank you for your service.
Yes. Absolutely.
We appreciate you.
Yeah.
And all your equipment.
So
How have you been, man? It's been a week or two.
Oh, it's been a while. It's been weird. Couple of months. My father passed away last month.
Rest in peace, Mr. Melfi.
Yeah.
We love you.
Yeah, and my mother's really sick right now.
We love you too, Mrs. Melf. Hang in there.
I gotta say that TikTok, you guys are coming through. We have a lot more followers since the last time we were here. I've been getting contacted just about every day by professional.
Oh, now we talked about this slightly before. How do we know who's fake and who isn't, or there is no way of knowing?
Well, there'll be we'll just use Abella.
Okay.
All right. I'll get a message from Abella. Her
Abella,
picture, her name,
her picture.
and hey, how are you? Thanks for being a fan. So
Big
I'll
fans.
just text back. I know this is really not, Abella,
This is not you.
but whatever. And they're like, "How dare you?" Blah blah blah. I'm like, okay.
Bella
So
doesn't say how dare you. She
yeah,
basically say F you.
yeah. And as you keep going, they'll say, where are you located? And I just say tri-state area.
Right.
And they're like, "Oh, I'm in." Let's see, one person was in Greenwich.
Oh,
Yeah.
they triangulated.
And they come right out and tell you, I'm a call girl. I'm a professional escort.
I thought you were Bella.
Yeah, and I just tell them, say, you know what? Never paid for it.
Never will.
Never have. Never will.
Never will.
Don't need it.
I thought you were Bella.
I thought you were a Bella Danger. You're not.
Don't you have school to go to?
Yeah. 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 No, I don't think there's any underage ones. I think they
never
look
know.
like they're older than me, actually.
Oh, okay. Desperate last chance.
No, they're just, divorced, living their best life,
Yeah.
getting paid to, you know,
Stuff.
give their punani to people.
Nanny, hey, nanny.
Yeah. So it's been a lot of that. So death in the family, call girls, the usual.
The usual. I mean,
Yeah.
who else doesn't go through this?
Everybody does.
Case closed.
Yeah.
But the
what-
growth is really high.
Oh yeah.
Because, I will accept responsibility. Our YouTube growth is lacking.
Zero.
It's lacking. I think
Zero.
we're at a total of 50 something.
Oh
and
yeah.
I'm surprised it's that high.
Mm.
But
Well-
at one point it was higher. So we lost some people. I don't know what we did wrong.
I
but
think YouTube now is the thing of the past.
it's a dinosaur.
I think so.
Yeah.
Pretty sure. We'll have to ask and see what the updated version of whatever app.
Yeah, because they
should go on.
redo also not that we're in that league, but how they monetize and of course they want to take more out of your pocket, but
Yeah.
it is what it is.
Yeah.
But I don't follow much of the other social media. I know there's a new one called Blue Sky,
Mhm.
but it's just kind of beginning. I don't know where that's going.
Mm.
I don't know. Maybe the gram is the way to go, or
Mhm.
TikTok.
Well, all the escorts that contact me, they always want to go to different apps.
Oh, okay.
They all come up with a different app. Oh, so I can see you. I could send you pictures.
Oh, really?
Yeah, no, I'm not paying you $10 to see a picture of your butt.
Oh.
I could look in the mirror at my
I've
own
already-
butt.
I've already seen it. Chances are.
So what do you got today?
Today, fellow rockers and 80s style lovers, we have a topic that's really huge, but unfortunately not with me. I don't know if it was my partner, Mr. Fee, but the Sabbath reunion, the true Sabbath reunion with Bill Ward is definitely going to happen. I think it's July 5th, Birmingham, England. So I wouldn't be flying out there to see anybody. But Ozzy, Sabbath, it seems like it's sold out within 15 minutes. It's a big deal. It's going to be a lot of big acts here. It's going to be a lot of big musicians. Metallica is going to do the last opening slot of their career when they don't have to. It's donated time. They're not charging the Osbournes the venue to play. They're showing up and playing. It's a big deal.
Mm.
But I am just not that big of a Sabbath fan. I'm probably a bigger Ozzy fan than I am Black Sabbath.
Yeah.
And I just don't know, how do you feel on that subject, and how do you feel about Sharon putting together such a concert, and maybe convincing people not to get paid? I don't know.
Well, we talked about before, she might be trading her J,
Too old.
and
Too old. Yeah.
who knows, in order for guys to do it for free.
It might be. I wouldn't put it past her. Some of the content in her book was quite revealing
Yeah.
that she didn't have to reveal.
Yeah, we talked about that.
Yep, I didn't like that. Especially, she knows she was dealing with a drug addict,
Mm.
famous lead singer.
But if you're Ozzy and your health is failing,
Can't walk, right?
Yeah.
Is that fact?
yes, why are you doing this?
I don't know.
You don't have enough money.
I think it's more along the lines because Bill Ward wasn't in the band, but that again was Sharon's fault because the money he thought he didn't deserve, or he thought he did deserve, and she didn't, so she got another drummer. That's completely on her. When Ozzy could walk around and sing and perform the music like it's supposed to be performed, so
Yeah.
or any lead singer. So
Yeah.
how do you reconcile that? Oh, now we're gonna put Bill in, and now we're gonna call a one city goodbye
Yeah.
tour. Everybody wanted to see, obviously, Ozzy, but they wanted to see the four of them still living after all the drugs they're taking, all the bad things that have happened to them, the splits, the divorces, everything. Could have had that as an original comeback, which no bands, I can't say no bands, but so many bands can't do that. Somebody has passed away, or they just don't speak anymore,
Mhm.
or they don't have an audience for that. So why would you do that to the fans? The last time they went out on tour, 5, 6 years ago,
Yeah.
maybe longer, or whatever
Yeah.
the case may be. Why was it a big deal, and why is it a bigger deal now?
Yeah.
Because now you can all of a sudden pay Bill Ward. To me, it falls on her, as it always does.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. She's like unrecognizable now.
Yeah,
Too.
that she definitely has plastic surgery.
God damn.
Regret syndrome.
God. She looks. I don't know what the hell she looks like.
She doesn't look half human. She almost looks like Michael Jackson's surgeon at the end. Right at the end, without the tease. Producer, would you agree? He says yes.
Yeah, there's so many of the famous actors and shit like that. What do you? The Hellman's Mayonnaise is running a commercial with Billy Crystal and Meg Ryan.
Meg Ryan.
She looks horrible. I mean,
Yeah.
Billy Crystal looks old, but he is old.
He's an old man.
Meg Ryan looks horrible.
Yeah, she was really sexy.
She
woman.
was.
Really sexy.
She's unrecognizable. Who's the other one? Goldie Hawn.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Unrecognizable.
Absolutely.
Like, who was that?
From, God, how are we dating ourselves? But we were little kids. Remember Laughing?
Yeah, Laughing.
That was Goldie Hawn's first
Yeah.
breakthrough.
Yeah.
Kind of like in the world of television.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, your age or whatever. But the fact that you don't embrace it in Hollywood does make you look cartoonish. Cher?
They're
Did
ridiculous.
you Cher on SNL?
I did.
What do you think of that face?
Oh, it's all plastic.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Like if you held a candle to her, would she
Melt, yeah, like Michael Jackson.
Mm.
You ever read the first Howard Stern book?
Yeah.
Private Parts?
Private Parts.
When he talks about meeting Michael Jackson and they're talking, all of a sudden Michael's nose started melting.
I'll be right back. Don't sneeze.
Yeah, don't. You blow your nose onto the wall.
He's a Jackal Jackson. Poor Michael. Michael.
What else? What else in the world of
But
music?
last question on
Huh.
that. Is there a band you would ever fly across to another continent to see?
Only if somebody came back to life.
Absolutely. Would you see Van Halen, another continent, last show ever?
That's a tough question.
All right, give me your
Um,
top three. Back to
well,
lifers.
but okay, if Eddie came back to life, would I want to see today's version of Van Halen? No,
Wow,
I wouldn't travel for that.
that's a big deal.
Wouldn't.
What about the DLR version
Back in the day?
back in the day?
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm so mad I never got to see them.
Um, oh, you didn't?
No,
Oh,
not
I'm
that
sorry,
version.
bro.
Mhm.
Yeah,
I saw. I saw.
I've only seen the Sammy version. That's it.
Oh, okay. I saw DLR, Eat 'em and Smile,
Yep.
and whatever was after that.
Tesla open up.
Yeah,
Yep, that's
yeah.
the tour I saw.
It was a great concert.
Yeah, saw them up in Syracuse.
Okay. I think I saw him at the Brendan Byrne Arena.
Yeah, yeah. Better than my war memorial.
That's right. That was a great concert, though. The only concert I've ever been to where the singer just comes out. He stood right stage center, right in front of the stage, for a good 5 to 10 minutes. Said nothing, and
Place
the
went wild.
crowd was hysterical,
Yeah, yeah.
and just stood there. That's like a Michael Jackson, Elvis kind
Yeah.
of,
That's the height DLR was at the time. And
yeah,
I honestly think DLR's height, even before, remember the US Festival?
yes,
I would say the height for me was the Fair Warning tour. That's
hmm
the first opportunity I had a chance to go see it. I turned it down
oh yeah,
because I wanted to go ski. I didn't know how to ski.
that makes a ton of sense.
Such sensible stuff going on there. 1981,
Yeah,
bro. I was to this day. I look at myself. I go, yeah, something wrong going up there. You had a chance, but nobody knew. But
yeah,
there was only 2 more tours left. But I could have seen that was supposedly like the greatest
yeah. That
big
was
tour
that
for
was
Van
their
Halen. That was their hit.
their Queen Live Aid or
Yeah,
whatever. That was their
live.
moment.
That was yes, absolutely.
And they
USA
got what?
Forever.
They got like $1 million to
For
do
USA,
that.
one show, 5 songs,
Yeah,
6 songs, something
yeah.
like
I
that.
think at the time it was the
$1 million.
highest
Yeah,
paid act
absolutely.
ever.
That's also where they got into it with the Clash.
Uh-huh.
They went after the Clash, went after them, so they almost challenged them to a fight. From what I understand.
Yeah.
So the height of Van Halen was probably diver down,
hmm
or you could say 1984, whatever tour. But from what I've seen on the live videos, if you ever look at there's a song called "So This Is Love."
Yeah.
There's a studio version, then there's the live version in
Mhm.
Oakland, and just the video feed is so it looks like Tron or what
Yeah.
is that? Pong.
Pong.
It's so
Yeah.
bad, but it's so old. But the crowd, oh my god, the
Yeah.
crowd, they're literally fighting to like get a closer look at the band.
Yeah.
It was like that version of Beatlemania in that time. It
And-
was
yeah.
unreal, guys. But look at the video for your own satisfaction.
Yeah.
Don't trust me, trust your own eyes.
And I think the difference back then and today is DLR was more about the show
Yes,
than vocals.
yes.
He would skip a bunch of lines in a
Yep.
in a verse, and nobody cared.
Try to get the crowd to sing.
Yeah, nobody cared
Yep.
because you had Eddie on one side,
Yep.
you had Michael Anthony who could take over the vocals,
Absolutely.
and that's all he had to do was just jump around doing
Lead
karate.
singer. Yeah, you're the world's greatest cheerleader.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
what a gig.
And then half the audience, or maybe not half, that's unfair, but what percentage of the audience was there just to see Eddie? I mean,
Yeah.
it's a large portion of
Yeah.
people just to see
Yeah.
Eddie. And then, Alex, the brother, on drums, lighting the gong on
Yeah,
fire.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
And they would turn off the lights, and it would just be the gong on
Yeah.
fire. And he'd be banging the mallet against
Yeah.
for the ending of the song. It was one of the world's greatest bands. And to this day, guys, I can't think of an act out there that rivals Van Halen's live show from their prime. So,
And
like, who would you put up there? Like, I don't know.
well,
Honestly, I
that's
don't know.
another hard question because did Van Halen back then have pyrotechnics? No. They did not.
They didn't.
So take that out of a lot of take it out of Motley Crue show.
Yeah.
Take it out of Kiss's show.
Yeah.
Bon Jovi,
Bon
whatever.
Jovi, yeah.
Take that out of their show. Now what do you got? 4 guys in makeup. Kiss,
Kiss,
you
yeah.
know?
But they're still iconic though.
They
Still
are,
iconic.
but Van Halen did it with none of that stuff and
Well,
barely singing the
the
verses.
the pyrotechnics were Eddie. Um,
Yeah.
the volume, the sheer volume was unrelenting.
Mhm.
Like I don't know if there's such a thing as too loud. They come as close as you can as to be too loud,
Mhm.
and that's coming from a guy that like loves Metallica.
Yeah,
They were
yeah.
probably too loud, but nobody cared. Nobody ever walked out. I was like, I wish I didn't go to that show. You
No,
know?
and the funny thing was back then you knew it was gonna happen,
Yes,
you
you
know?
wanted it to happen.
And, you don't really notice it until you get home and you put your head on the pillow
Yeah,
and
when
you
it's quiet. Yeah.
all night.
Mom, the tea is ready.
Yeah, all night. I remember after playing shows with the, amplifier in my ear, just you don't notice it
Uh,
because after the show, you're drinking and whatever else you're
yeah,
doing.
whatever you could be doing.
Yeah. Mhm. And then you get home and it's finally quiet, and this noise is just so loud.
Absolutely.
Oh my god, horrible, horrible.
Do you have any others of Van Halen? Do you have a couple others, or is it just Van Halen?
Uh,
Traveling wise,
Zeppelin.
Zeppelin.
I would
Good
travel to go see
choice.
them.
Good choice.
Yeah, definitely travel to see them.
For me, would definitely be Van Halen.
Hmm.
So I'm unforgiving in my fandom.
Yeah.
Prince, and
Yes.
I
Yeah.
don't know where you fit Bob Marley, Hendrix if you're bringing
Mm,
people back to life,
mm,
but it would have to be one of the two. So I don't know who's 3A or 4, but
oof.
man,
Yeah, that's definitely a toss up
man,
there. How about and I think about this sometimes because uh, like I listen to Elvis sometimes on the way
yes,
home, and
oh
it's nice and
Elvis,
like what if Elvis was alive still? John Lennon and George Harrison. What kind of music would they be making?
with today's
You
technology,
know,
yeah,
like, and Elvis did a lot of cover tunes.
yep.
What songs would he have covered? And then what the fuck would Paul and John have been writing? You know what I mean? If he was
Or can
still
you imagine
alive.
the 4 bands: Lennon, McCartney, Harrison, Starr? Those are all big bands. If they're just the writers of the bands,
Yeah.
so I mean, I don't know why I don't say the Beatles. I just, if I'm being fair,
Hmm.
those are my choices. But of course, the Beatles. But what are the chances you're going to get a ticket anyway? So,
That doesn't matter. You didn't ask that question.
yeah.
You just said, who would you want to see?
Who would you want to see?
Yeah.
But I don't even think that way. Like,
Uh,
of course, they're the greatest band ever, the
yeah.
greatest songwriters
Even if
ever.
they were all alive today,
Yeah,
just
the music they put out.
you think about the big
Well, I'm
concerts.
sorry to interrupt you. Did you see what McCartney did over? I think it was right over Christmas. No, I'm sorry. It was just recently. It was before SNL 50 show. Did a pop up show in
Yeah.
a club,
At
and the place got mobbed. I didn't even hear about it until after it was done. I didn't know what
yeah.
happened. Like this guy can just show up.
Yeah,
And
it was like
people go
it was a
crazy.
famous place, but it's small.
In New York City, I think. Right?
Yeah, they were talking about it on FAN
Okay.
in the morning.
Okay.
Geo, he was like, it was so hard to get into work because just people just waiting in
Right.
line to get into this little place. He
Yeah.
didn't know what it was.
Oh, he didn't.
No.
Oh, I thought he did. Okay.
No, I don't think they found out till like the next day.
But people knew how to get by. Though.
Yeah, I don't know how they
I
knew
don't know
that.
how they knew. Yeah,
Somebody must have said something.
absolutely.
But just think how big of a tour that would be if they were all still alive first.
Mhm.
Okay, they all did their
All
own
their
thing
good
like
job,
they
yeah,
did,
yep.
but kept going.
Yep.
Then got back together.
So you know what that almost happened. So you know about the Saturday Night Live '78, and they
Yes.
were all in town.
Yeah.
And the glue was Lauren Green, and then Lennon pulled out, and then I think Ringo Starr pulled out. Like, in the last hours, like they were going to leave it open.
Yeah.
Like they were now they had a backup band. I
Yeah.
forget who it was. I think it was Elvis Costello, and the backup band was the Beatles. I mean, Elvis Costello was the backup band.
Yeah.
They just had to get them into the studio and get them to go, ladies and gentlemen, the Beatles.
Yeah.
And the people would have been like it would have been television history.
Oh yeah.
It would have been that why that didn't happen. I still don't understand, but
Yeah.
that moment alone, just people talk about to this day. Like imagine
Yeah.
if that had happened, it would have been.
Yeah.
There's nothing more iconic than a moment like that. After all the years they've been apart, just show up in
Yeah.
1978 for a show that like a lot of people called counterculture.
Yes,
So,
that's right. Just think how big that
oh my
tour would have
God,
been.
that moment, man. That would have been incredible to come out and do like, no, anything.
Whatever.
Whatever you
They
guys
could have
want to
played
do.
Mary Had a Little
Mary
Lamb.
had a little lamb. Good
Nobody
night,
would
folks.
give
Good
a
night.
shit.
Have a good night.
I tell you what, I would love to see before Paul and Ringo get together with Donnie Harrison
Yeah.
and Julian Lennon.
Julian
Not
Lennon,
fucking
yeah.
Sean.
No,
Not Sean.
no, not Sean.
Julian.
Not Sean. Definitely
Because that motherfucker looks and sounds just like his
You
father.
remember Velat?
Yes.
No time for a goodbye.
Yeah. It was a great song.
Oh, great song. And Velat, I think, is about his dad. Oh,
Yeah. Now he does photography now.
does he? Got
Yeah.
out of the
He's
entire
on.
business?
He's all over TikTok with his photography. Yeah.
It's a sad situation. That whole
But
thing.
why can't those four get together? You know what I mean?
Because they're dying to get Page and Plant together with Bonham's son and John Paul's son, right?
Yeah.
Paul Jones.
Yeah.
They're dying to get that. And Bonham goes out with a Led Zeppelin.
He
He's
does.
going out. Yeah.
I thought
he's out on tour.
I thought he was still playing with Hagar.
Hagar fired him.
Why?
Well, he had to go back, so Mrs. Bonham is sick. So a good thing to do is go, see how your mom's doing. I don't think he fired him for it. I think basically they had tour dates and Kenny Aronoff.
That's right. You're right. I remember seeing Kenny. Yeah.
So,
Who's a great drummer too.
Great drummer. Going back to David Letterman, right?
Yeah. But he has a good name, I guess, in the business. But
He's supposed to be a hard hitter too.
Yeah.
A really hard hitter. So.
I saw me and my son saw Hagar in Bridgeport a couple years ago, 3 years ago. They were good.
Yeah.
They were good. The part
not Chickenfoot, was it? Or,
No.
Which one? Just Hagar Band?
No. What do you call themselves? The Circle or something like that?
Oh, the Circle. Yeah, Victor, the guitar player, black guy.
Yeah.
From the Busboys.
Yes.
Remember 48 Hours?
Yeah, I remember. Yeah. I just saw a clip of them from Saturday Night Live.
Oh, did you?
When Eddie Murphy hosted.
Oh my God!
And they sang that song.
They sang "The Boys Are Back in Town." Yeah.
Yeah.
Great tune.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So so me and my son went to go see him in Bridgeport. They were good, man. Jason Bonham was
sick.
So good.
Hey, tell that story too about Eddie Jr. and
Kiss.
Seeing Kiss.
Oh, all right.
That's just killed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whatever that.
So my son, when he was little, one of his favorite movies was one of the Bill and Ted movies.
Oh, okay.
And in the movie, the main song is "God Gave Rock and Roll to You" by Kiss, which I think is a remake anyway, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So he buys like the soundtrack, and I heard 25 times a day for 3 months. God gave rock and roll to you. That's all I heard. So then I started getting him into a few more Kiss songs, whatever. So Kiss was playing at Mohegan. So now Andre is always at Mohegan.
Yep.
And I told him, so I'm going to get tickets for Kiss. And he was like, I got you. Because he gets a lot of stuff for free. And
gambling, and not only that,
because he's up there so much.
Absolutely.
Him and his girlfriend.
Yep.
So he gets me floor seats for Kiss. Yeah. So I don't even know who opened up for them because I wasn't in there.
Mm-hmm.
We were outside because Kiss actually was out in the I'll say lobby. They got some kind of award.
Really?
Yeah.
In full makeup?
Full makeup. It was like right before the show.
Holy shit.
So, okay. So I'm like, all right, come on, let's go. We get our seats, floor seats. Angie was just happened to be right up above me to the right. So the lights go down. So my son stands up on his seat. Now he's a little kid. So I put my arm around him. He's like, Dad, you don't have to hold on to me.
Mr. Big Shot.
I said, Ed, you have no idea what's about to happen. So, they showed a video of Doc McGee walking him to the stage.
Oh,
and
it's a live video of them coming on?
Well, it's supposed to be. Who knows if it is or not? Doesn't matter. It's cool as shit.
People going nuts?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. The hottest band in the world, Kiss. And the explosion. Wow! My son goes flying off of his seat backwards. The guy behind us catches him and pushes him back up. And he's like, Kiss blew you off your seat. Kiss blew you off your seat.
They pull you off your seat, little bot.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
the expression on his face. I just
Uh,
wish I could put
that was a great
I'd
night.
have a tattoo
Yeah.
of his picture of his face if I could.
Yeah, it was a great night. He had a great time.
Oh,
That
that's
was a
so
great night.
awesome, man.
And then my daughter's that was his first concert.
Right.
My daughter's first concert was David Lee Roth um, at some club in New York City.
Okay.
So my daughter, I would always play the Eat 'Em and Smile VHS tape
Oh, nice.
with all the videos on
Absolutely.
it. You know? So
David.
she watched those all day, all night. You know, it's like the Wiggles, you know, or Barney, all day, all night, just a gigolo, all day, all night, going crazy, all day. So
Nice.
I see he's playing. I can't remember the name of the theater right now, but you would know it.
Yep.
I get tickets. Me, my daughter, my sister, and my poor wife at the time. So, so we go. I got front row, the second level,
Oh, okay.
front row. So we get there. Now she knows David Lee Roth by all his videos.
Gotcha.
Okay, he looks like the Van Halen David Lee Roth.
Gotcha. Full hair to hair.
Oh yeah. So we're outside and we see the tour bus by the stage entrance.
Oh, nice.
So now we get in the crowd because maybe she'll be able to see him up close. So we're in the crowd and I have her on my shoulders. That's how little she was. Now she's, almost 30. But yeah. So the guy at the door, the security guy, he says, "Is she going to the concert?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's her first concert." He's like, "Come over here." And we stood right next to the door by ourselves. David Lee Roth comes out of the bus. Now he's got his bald spot with his short hair and that weird ass smile he has, that constant smile. And I'm like, "Lex, there he is." She's like, "Where?" Didn't even recognize him.
Oh,
Didn't even recognize him. That was another great show. He's
Did he acknowledge her at all or no?
he kind of, but he had that smile at
That
David Roth.
goofy.
Just kind of looked at her, maybe waved, maybe
Maybe.
nothing more than that.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that he put on such a great show.
How about
he-
the honesty of kids?
Oh yeah,
Who
Yeah.
are you talking about?
yeah.
That's not
Where?
David Lee Roth.
And Ronnie, he was as close as we are,
Wow.
and she didn't recognize him. Yeah, but I remember he took some girl's shoe, high heel shoe, filled it with Jack and drank it.
Jacking from her shoe.
It was so good.
Oh man.
Then he
some of
sang
those shows.
he sang a song in Spanish actually.
Oh, did he really?
I think "Going Crazy."
There's a Spanish version.
Yeah, I think
of
he
whole
did
album.
the Spanish
Yeah.
version. So
Yeah.
my poor ex-wife was in her glory. She's
Espanol.
34. Anyway, so yeah, that's my kid's first concerts.
Hey, that's probably better than those experiences than digging up the dead and making them perform. For
Yeah. Yeah. And then my daughter got into Justin Bieber, and I
It was
wanted to-
over,
I
right?
wanted to hang myself.
It was over.
Yeah.
It's completely
I
over.
wanted to stab my eyes out with
The
a
beebs.
butter knife.
But I do. I know you'll keep the butter knives away from me. But I did like Baby Baby. I did. I'm sorry.
Okay, it is what it is.
I like to dance around, shoulders up,
Yeah.
baby, baby. Ah! Oh my God.
My son, thankfully, after all that, got in heavy into what was it first? Fun.
Oh, FUN, yeah.
Yeah, right.
With the black girl.
Maybe tonight we are.
We
Yeah,
Are Young, right?
yeah. So he got into that for a bit,
Yep.
and then thankfully he got into Green Day,
Oh, did
which
he
he's
really?
still into. Yeah, he
Wow.
went to go see them actually.
And he is sort of like a drummer, or not?
He is a drummer.
He
yeah.
is a drummer, so
Mhm.
so he's a Trey Young guy kind of guy.
Yeah. So yeah. So thankfully he got into good music. So now my daughter though, it's funny. I'll get in her car
Mm-hmm.
and she puts on her thing and she has a like 80s hair metal.
Now?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Did she ever see Poison?
My
that you
daughter?
know of?
I
No.
don't even think she knows who
That's
they
the only
are.
that's the only thing I can ever picture her like going
No, no, no. The
to.
closest thing to hair metal she's seen is probably my band.
Or DLR maybe.
No, yeah, back in the
Yeah,
day,
back
yeah.
in the day, which she probably has no memory of
No,
whatsoever.
no, she was so little. And I remember carrying her out, and the same security guy was at the door. He was like, "She stayed up for that whole thing." I'm like, "Yeah, she's ready to crash now." He was like, "Good job, good
Good job,
job."
kid.
Yeah, yeah,
He said,
that was a
probably not
great
scared.
night.
Your next kid will be blown away by
Yeah,
kids.
yeah. The guy was like 6'6". Yeah, that was a good night.
That's a guy who stands on the outside. He's not even an inside guy.
Yeah, yeah. He doesn't fit in the door.
Not at all.
Yeah, that was a good night.
So, guys, we have another subject here that we'll get to. Our time wise, I guess we're looking pretty good.
Yeah, what is the time? I can't see that far. 30.
30,
Oh, okay.
beautiful.
Yeah, that's good.
So, guys, this is a serious subject. I don't know how or why it comes up, but I'm definitely all over YouTube, other videos. And the name of the band is Falling Reverse. The lead singer is a kind of controversial figure because he's very in your face about things he doesn't like, and he goes after anybody. So the latest victim is Anthony Kiedis, who's put out a book. I'm not sure how old the book is, but the book is he has a fondness or had a fondness for a young girl that was probably 14 or 15. He was 24 at the time.
You know, fondness.
Had an adult relationship with a child. Is the nicest way to put it. And the name
Fondness.
put a song to it called "Catholic Girls Rule."
Oh
So I don't know that now. I'm a big Chili Pepper fan. According to the lead singer, I think his name's Anthony. If you even like the band after what I've told you, you're an ass or you're an asshole. If you're one of your bands that you like and one of the members is a criminal,
a criminal?
criminal,
What
I
did he
guess.
do?
He was with an underage girl.
All right. Well,
Admitted to it.
okay.
Admitted to it.
Well,
And wrote a song for it.
that's a little too much. Writing a song
It's
about
too much for it. Is it too much to do it or to admit to doing it unprompted?
All right. Well, we talked about this before we sat down at the table today.
And we've done this before with Janie Lane
Yeah.
and a complete adult male who
Oh yes, who might have raped him.
raped him.
Yeah. That's different.
Yeah.
That's different.
Well, because everybody's adult.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and plus it's butt rape.
Yeah, it's
That's
definitely
different.
butt rape.
Completely different.
It is prison rape.
It's okay for two girls to be together. But two guys, no, that's crossing the line.
It crossed all kinds of lineage.
Yeah. But if that's what you're into and you're an adult, good.
Yeah,
You're
adults,
happy?
adults.
Good for you, man.
Happy and you know it, clap your hands.
Yeah. But we talked about this a little bit before we sat down. And as far as like underage girls, that shit can happen very easy. Very easily. The girl lies. Yeah, I'm 19.
Right.
You know, she might look 19. She might act 19. You don't know.
You have no idea.
And you do something, then you find out from her mother that, that she's 14. You know, and then you got to cut it off. But still, the deed is done.
The deed has been done. What do you get of him? There was no investigation. There was no releasing the information unsolicited. It wasn't by a judge or lawyer. There's no lawsuit. Just, hey, I'm going to put this out
Yeah.
in the world. I don't understand it.
No,
The sins of the past maybe stay in the past.
they have to. Because, you know, how old was he when this happened?
24.
24. That's so young.
Yeah.
You know?
But as a 24-year-old man, didn't you know not to go to that world?
I did.
Purposely.
Of course, purposely.
Yeah,
Of course, you know. And you know what? Maybe it wasn't purposefully.
Purposely.
Yeah.
So we're going to go possibly she lied.
Yeah.
We don't know that, guys. We have no idea.
To be with a guy from the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Red Hot Chili Peppers
Probably lied.
probably big at the time, and probably bigger in Southern California at the time, where she's, I think, allegedly
All
from.
right. So you got to put yourself back then. What was she wearing? She probably had the big hair.
Definitely hair.
She had tight
Punk
everything.
Punk outfit. And just based on age, I'm quite sure she was like tight.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know where he's coming from. I've never read the book. Is he going by the admission, or did he read the book? Is there more to the story? That's it.
Yeah, I don't know.
The question I would put to you, to the audience, is, and also part two of this is, Steven Tyler has also tried to emancipate back in the 70s, a girl he fell for that turned out to be either 15 or 16, and he put her entire name, number, address out there. She ended up suing, or tried to sue him, and because past the what is the state of length of time, statutory, not statutory,
Not statutory. That's statutory rape,
yeah, that's
which is
statutory rape.
probably
It's just been
what
too
he
long
did.
for you. Like, her opportunity to sue has gone past.
he you said it before.
I said it, and I'm completely got Swiss cheese brain.
Again.
Limitation.
Statute of limitation. Yes,
thank you. Statute of limitation that was thrown out. But even him, like, why would you give everything about this girl? Granted, it is the 70s, it's different rules are being played, lots of things going on, lots of funny business with age and adult men. But I don't understand why you put it out there. That's something I don't get it. And then when that came up for Anthony Kiedis, you remember a skier from the Olympics called Peekaboo Street?
Yes.
Peekaboo Street said she was 60, and she had a physical relationship with Anthony Kiedis.
Really?
And was pregnant and aborted the baby because she didn't feel he was going to be a father.
All right, that's different because she's well known also.
Well, I think she was too, because she was young. And she was already an Olympic star.
So everybody knew how old she was.
Absolutely.
And he still did it. Yeah. All right, now.
Well, according to Peekaboo, not him. Peekaboo Street. After the 14-year-old came out, then Peekaboo Street goes, yes, I had a relationship with Anthony Kiedis. I believe it, because
why would she even say that?
And then there's no benefit for her to go out there and say, yeah, I had an abortion.
Right.
Under today's scrutiny of people. So,
not like somebody's going to say, oh my God, it feels so bad. Why don't you ski again?
Yeah.
You can do it.
I'm out there banging Anthony Kiedis.
Yeah. Yeah, she was cute, wasn't she?
She was cute. She was athletic cute. Thick girl. But, I mean, she was Olympic. She was definitely had a crazy ass body. But
the skiers got those nice legs.
Yeah, she had legs of thunder.
Legs of thunder. I met the other one, Lindsey Vaughn. Yeah, I met her during the last winter.
Is she tall?
She's
She's sort of got model-esque looks, right?
She's not a short girl, that's for sure. She's tall and average. I'll say that. But very, very attractive, very nice.
Real blonde, right?
Yeah. And I also I didn't meet him, but I was in his vicinity. The guy that does the figure skating commentary. He wears a dress.
Oh,
if you said his name, I probably wouldn't even know it.
Oh, wait, no, he doesn't wear a dress. You're not talking about the guy who won everything.
He was a figure skater. Now he's a commentator, and he wears dresses. Well, anyway, I saw that guy too, and he was in a dress.
He was in the dress, just hanging out.
Yeah, it was during the last Winter Olympics. All the NBC crew stayed at where I was
hotel.
working. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So, keep forgetting NBC's local.
Yeah, he had a dress on.
Oh.
Kill me.
God damn it. NBC dresses threw me off.
Sorry. Yeah, the guy in the dress threw Rodney off there.
Sorry. Now I have to go to NBC.
Yeah. Yeah. My son's been doing some work for the Yes Network, actually. They're out of Stanford too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Absolutely. He just did a Brooklyn Nets game.
Oh.
Yeah, he loves it. He loves that stuff.
I was going to ask you, did you look up the girl I was telling you about? Who used to work with us at our last gig?
No.
No. She's high up there now.
Yeah.
She's been there. She was there when she came into the bar, and she's still there to this day. So at least going on 10 years now.
She doesn't know me though.
Absolutely. Well,
Really?
she knows she would probably need a picture now, but she's I think she's based out of Florida.
Because I was 14 when I
met her. I was 14.
I
Hello, dear Jeter.
I called myself Peekaboo.
Peekaboo Jeter.
Peekaboo Fee.
Yes, but she had the thing with our girl, Kels Bells, wrestle off, whatever you want to call it, the T-shirt. I don't know if you were there that day.
No, that
The
doesn't.
Sunday,
No,
yeah,
that would
yeah,
remember that.
yeah. It was fun. It was funny. But yeah, a very big proponent of Red.
Mm,
Yes, loves the Yankees, the whole thing. So
yeah.
it's probably she's more specific with the Yankees than Yes, but it's
Uh huh.
definitely through Yes that she even got the job
Okay.
because she would always get playoff things because she was working.
Oh yeah.
So,
Mm,
but yeah, that invitation definitely stands
mm,
through our girl, through
mm-hmm.
Kel and her are still friends.
Okay.
So yeah, and she's a Facebook friend that I have no contact
Oh.
with. So
And what does she do for?
she, I want to say production manager now,
All right.
maybe
So
higher. So
I'll
yeah,
reach out to Kelly.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
We should have her back. She was a lot of fun.
She was amazing. Shout out to Kels.
Yeah. My girl.
St. Patty's Day is coming up too. Love you, baby.
No, it already happened, didn't it?
No, St. Patty's,
Oh.
17.
All right. I think didn't Stanford already have their parade?
I think it's done. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
What
They
the
had it to
hell?
her because you know who runs it.
Yeah. You gonna go down there for St. Patrick's Day?
I haven't in the last X amount of years. It's a Monday this year.
Yeah.
I don't know. Would you go to the city
No.
for the show? No.
You know what I do
For the
miss?
parade?
I miss the parade in Greenwich.
Greenwich.
When we used
Greenwich
to go.
Day Parade.
Holy
Kevin
Christ.
Brennan getting silly strong.
Holy Christ.
That was a I don't know, how would you term that? On a Sunday to be that
Completely
intoxicated?
obliviated.
Yeah.
We would all the guys from the bar, we would go down to Greenwich Ave in Greenwich, Connecticut for the St. Patrick's Day parade, and we would plant ourselves with our 15 coolers right in front of the Chinese takeout
Yes.
because they had a bathroom.
Yep.
So in order to use the bathroom, you had to buy something. So we would have 15 coolers and 20,000 egg rolls.
Yes. On ice.
Those are some good times, man.
Oh my God.
Remember we went to the bar across the street. You almost got in a fight with those guys.
But what was that over? I
I'm
don't
gonna
remember
tell
how that
you.
started.
I'm gonna tell you, my whore ex-wife was drunk, as usual, and snatched a hat off of some guy
Oh, okay.
and gave it to you, I believe.
And I put it on.
No, you threw it across the bar
Oh.
to the other side of the bar.
So now this guy's
And now the guy wants to fight you.
Yeah.
Now, I didn't see this happen. I saw you throw the hat. The guy turns around, blah 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 blah. So I take the whore and because she was little, I push her
Tiny.
behind me, and now we're ready. We're all ready to go.
How many of us are?
There was at least a handful,
A handful.
and she's like, Eddie, no, I do that. That's how she talks.
Just like that?
Yeah, that's how she talks. And yeah, she started that.
We never came to blows though, did we?
No, it didn't.
Yeah.
Who was the bouncer? Was it Powers?
It was Big House.
Big House, yeah.
Big House.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I think that crew was obviously me and you.
It was
Groundhog,
Freddie, Tall Bill.
Tall Bill.
Yeah.
Eventually Brennan. Maybe we get Big House and that crew on our side.
No, he was like, guys, please, no.
He was afraid of getting fired.
Yeah. How about the time we were there? We were working at. All right, it's okay. We were working at the Temple Bar, and we got into. Well, I think me and the Ram got in a big fight when the guy hit the Ram in the back of the head with a bottle at the end of the night.
Why? What happened?
I was at the back door, and the Ram was clearing the bar.
Yeah.
So he was right across from me. This is the old Temple on Pepper
Upstairs,
Street.
right?
No, downstairs. And I saw the guy come with the bottle,
Ooh.
flip it around, and I'm like, no fucking way. And he came up like this. That's when I started going, and he hit Andy right in the back of the head with a bottle. Ha-gah!
Caca?
And I snatched the guy from his neck, and I brought him down. So,
Damn.
and that's all I'm going to say about that because it got really,
Got ugly.
yeah, I think he almost died.
Almost.
Yeah.
I mean, you said don't go in the light, though.
Stay with me.
Stay
with me,
stay
Caroline.
Don't go in the light, Caroline.
So, yeah, and his girlfriend and with their friends started kicking me.
Yes.
And so anyway, the cops came and
Was that a big stitches type of thing?
stitches?
Was he
No,
gashed?
No, no, I don't want to say too much
Yeah.
because it was horrible. And I was a different person back then.
Yeah.
So, anyways, I think the next day was the parade.
Oh,
So we're all standing
so I
there.
wasn't there.
We're all
that way.
drinking. And the guy that did this is coming up the avenue with his girlfriend now.
Really?
And somebody goes, "That's the guy that hit Andy with the." So, of course, we all go running, well, stumbling. We're all like, "Come on, motherfucker! Back here, you mother." Him and his girlfriend take off, pew, like rabbits. And we're like, "Come back here, motherfucker!" Yeah, we were so drunk. We were so drunk.
He's running straight. We're running
Yeah.
sideways.
Yeah, we're like bouncing off trees and parking meters. Thankfully for him.
Yes.
Thankfully.
That would have been.
Ugh. I wasn't sure we would have gotten in trouble too.
I was going to say that's a GPD mess.
Oh yeah, police would have definitely been there.
Yeah.
Look, there's Ava right there. See?
See?
Crying. She wants to go outside.
That's not feedback.
No, she wants to go out. Or she might see a chipmunk or
see-
something.
Oh no, there's another dog outside.
No, it's not.
Oh, that is
It's a pool.
It's a purple dog.
Yeah.
Your kid looks like a dog. You produce a better.
It's a poodle toddler. So yeah, that was that. That was a lot of fun though, those parades.
And also remember the really bad fight with who Andy saved. I got his neck. Cut.
Seamus.
Seamus.
That was his name,
Yeah. The other guy, the other Seamus.
Yeah, the other Seamus.
Yeah. That was bad. That's
Yeah.
what I thought you were initially referring to.
Oh, I remember I was working at the hotel that night doing security, and the cops were there, and they were like,
Yeah.
"Oh my God, Eddie, there's a big fight at Temple." I'm like, "Yeah." They're like, "Yeah, somebody went to the hospital." I was like, "Holy shit!" And it was at the end of the night, so I ran right down there. I remember baby Nat. He had his shirt off.
Because he was full
It
of
was
blood,
full
right?
soaked with blood. Yeah.
Soaked with blood.
I'm like, "What the fuck happened?" And they told me the story.
The court date.
Oh yeah, yeah. I think we talked about that with
We
Cliff
talked
when
about
he
it.
was
Yeah.
on. They were using the nicknames for all the guys in front of the judge. The Ram took him outside. Well, who?
Who?
The Ram.
What's a ram?
And what's his real name? I don't know.
I've
the
always
Ram.
known him as Ram Tough,
Yeah,
Your Honor.
he's a Ram. I wish I was there for that.
Who's the groundhog, sir?
Yeah. Tall Bill? Do you mean William Ford? I guess.
Yeah,
I don't
his name's
know.
Tall Bill.
Yeah, Tall Bill.
He's tall.
And
he's
he's
Bill.
Bill. Yeah.
You break it right down in court, guys.
Yeah. That parade in Greenwich. Do you remember the years before that you were able to actually park on the
On the
avenue?
side, yeah.
There used to be like pickup trucks and flatbeds with kegs.
Yeah. Because the
Um,
bars didn't make any money. They put a stop to it.
Yeah. So I used to march in drum corps back in the day, and we did that parade a couple times. And I remember you'd be on the post road, you make the left to go down the avenue,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
and it would stink like beer the entire time, all the way down to the 95 bridge.
Well, do
So-
you remember the Davy Byrne guys when it was our turn to kind of like be part of that? And they would park cars on the Ave the night before, Saturday night, filled with beer.
No.
So the guys that worked at Davy Byrne
Uh-huh.
park car. That's some of the guys I know. The guy that became a banker and all that.
Uh,
You know all these. I'm sorry, I
Yeah.
don't remember their
Yeah.
names. But they would have cars full of beers from
Yeah.
overnight.
yeah.
That the natural, cold, keep them cold. And,
Oh yeah.
yeah, that was our supply right there.
Yeah. Yeah. That parade got out of hand every
Yeah,
year.
quickly.
Yeah.
Quickly.
What's our time there now? 40? 49.
Wow.
All right. That was
Wow.
quick. I go
Oh,
for
you
the
can,
parade?
really? So they must get really strict
Because we're not there.
because we're not there.
That's why. Bunch of goons.
Abracadabra.
All right.
Is there any musical subjects that you want to touch on?
Oh man. Vince Neil sucks.
Vince Neil. What about his plane?
Yeah.
His plane.
Yeah. What the hell?
Why does he even have a plane?
Well, he still tours, right?
I mean, he does, but that looks like that's a personal. Well, it's a rent. He doesn't own it, so
Yeah.
he rents it still.
Mm,
And do you have that much money that you want to blow away?
I guess so.
Okay.
Probably has so much money, doesn't know what to do with
Doesn't
it.
know what to do with it, which is why he's back with Motley.
Yeah.
Would
Is
you
that-
still go see Motley?
No. Was that Bill Walton in that truck?
That sounds like
Yeah.
always interrupting. Bill Walton
from the nether regions.
blast of the past.
Yeah.
You have to get a Ouija board to get him out, right?
Yeah, we should do that one day. Try and contact Bill
Try to
Walton.
contact Bill Walton. Basketballs start flying around.
Yeah. All right, guys.
Guys, thank you.
Thanks for joining us. Remember, if you like what you see, thumbs up,
Thumb it.
comment, subscribe.
Yes. What do you think about
Let
our
us know what you think.
subject matter today?
Call me a drunken, racist bastard.
No.
All you
Don't
Spanish
do that.
people now can be mad at me because I
Don't
did
be
a
mad.
horrible Spanish accent.
Don't be mad. He's
But
learning.
that's how she talks.
He's learning.
Yeah.
But she does have a bad accent.
Look just like that. She would die.
You'll meet her one day. You'll understand.
No, you will never meet her.
You'll never meet her one
No.
day. But
Never.
you could run into her at Super Stop and Shop. I have
Or
no
the
idea.
laundromat.
Or the laundromat. I have no idea what she just said to you.
Laundromat. Christ almighty.
Oh, my goodness.
All right. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you to the super producer,
Yes.
Mr. Gio.
Gio, thank you, pal.
Thank you.
There you are. Thank you.
Thank you for your service. Thank you for all your
Yes.
efforts.
Navy
Very
man.
much appreciated.
Navy man.
Go Navy.
Rod, you want to give it to him?
Yes, absolutely. And guys, on YouTube, let's try to increase our numbers if we can. But if we don't, so be it.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. What I always say, love, peace. What else
Again.
do we say?
Again.
What is it? What is it? I forget.
The Brotherhood.
The Brotherhood has spoken.
Oh, okay. Every time.
Every time. Eddie
Forget.
forgets.
All right, guys. Thank you. We'll see you next time.
We'll see you next time. Love you.